All right, guys, here in the intro, I'm trying to throw in as much information as I can. We're going to do a cat delete. Um, I did it the other day when I was putting on the blow-off valve, and I'm going to show you now how to take the exhaust off and how to drill it out. It's not that hard of a process. It's probably going to be about a 5-minute video, and you're going to be able to do it yourself in about 30 minutes. The reason we have catalytic converters is keep the environment clean, keep the sound down. If it wasn't for California emissions, we wouldn't have it. It is an expensive material, so you can take it to a junkyard, I guess, and they can give you money for it. But the reason to get rid of your cat delete, just makes your engine flow better. They recommend if you're going to go to a tune like Evo Evolutions to a stage 2 or stage 3, anywhere up, you're going to need a full exhaust. Another benefit of doing this is losing weight. Now you can buy an aftermarket pipe. The advantages of spending $300 on an aftermarket pipe: stainless steel is a big one, or some kind of a composite that doesn't rust, and you're going to lose a shit ton of weight. Pipe and silencer, you're probably looking at losing 20-30 pounds. Me being a fat kid, could care less about weight. I'm not even going to race this. Down draws through it. You are going to void your factory warranty. You are not going to be able to talk to your partner as easy, and you're not going to be able to listen to your big radios as easy. It is going to be a little bit louder, a little bit throatier. You're going to be able to hear the turbo a little bit better. It's pretty cool, guys. So it's an easy process. Like I said, there's not really any other information other than when somebody comes up to you and go, oh, you can't do a cat delete without running a tune. That's complete bullshit, guys. Back in the day when we had carbureted motors and we go from Iowa to the Rocky Mountains, we'd have to change jets because the air is thinner, therefore we're running leaner, and we have to change our jets to run a little bit richer. If you take your Can-Am from Iowa to the Rocky Mountains, you don't have to put a tune in your motor. The computer notices it's running a little bit leaner and it adjusts. If you pair out this catalytic converter, you're going to run a little bit leaner, and it's going to know, and it's going to adjust. Same thing about going from a paper filter to a K&N air filter. K&N air filter breathes a little bit better, so you're going to get more airflow. Therefore, it's going to lean out the engine. The computer will adjust. You don't have to get a tune every time you change something, guys. The computer will adjust to an extent, okay? Now, if you start going air filter, catalytic converter, you start putting on, after a while, you're going to have to do a tune. So if you do an air filter and a catalytic converter, guys, you're going to be fine. Now, is it a good idea to do a tune? Absolutely. These motors are tuned down a lot. So putting a tune on it, stage 1, 2, and 3, don't be concerned about the life of your engine. It's going to last, trust me. These things are tuned down a ton. Now, when you start going bigger injectors, stage 4, stage 5, yeah, that's putting some strain on the motor. But let's get to it, show you how to do it here, guys. Thanks.
All right, guys. When you get down to the garage, you're first going to want to take off your heat shield here. I believe they're 10mm bolts. There are 4 up top, 2 on each side, and then there are 2 bolts on the bottom, 1 on each side. And once you get those loose, that plate will fall right out. Next, since you're down there in that area, once you get your heat shield off, you're going to want to take off your 4 springs that connect your straight pipe with the catalytic converter on it to your muffler. Once you get these springs all pulled off, you're going to want to connect your O2 sensor from your pipe. And then you're going to want to take this hose clamp off all the way, loosen it up until it falls apart, and then yank it out. It attaches underneath the frame here. The best place to get to it is in between your 2 seats. And right there, I'm loosening it up. You loosen it up all the way and go ahead and rip that out. Alright, the hardest part of this job is taking off the main clamp that connects your straight pipe or your catalytic converter pipe to your wastegate or your turbo here. Loosen it up as much as you can, and then you're going to have to take screwdrivers or whatever you can get to break it loose. Once you got it broke loose, all it is a flange. It's a clamp that holds 2 little tiny flanges together. once you get that off, just wiggle the hell out of your exhaust to get that off. All right, guys, now the fun starts, okay? Go around the shop or around the hardware store and find anything that you can find to drill this out. I'm using just a regular drill with an extension with a wood bit on the end, one of those hole saws, and it worked pretty well. If I had a drill bit or a steel drill bit, as long as you can see I'm using here, I would have probably used that and chewed through it a lot quicker. But also make sure that you take out your O2 sensor, because if you're using too big of an extension or too big of a drill bit, you have a chance of hitting that O2 sensor. So go ahead and take that out. And guys, just take your time, get everything out, drill it for a while, knock it out. There's quite a bit in there, and it's probably about 6 inches long. So just take your time. Like I said, once you get it chiseled out most of the way, there's going to be some on the outside. So then just take another chisel and just get it all out of there. And about 20 minutes later, this is what I got out of it. Alright guys, once you get it all drilled out, next thing to do is just reverse the process, put your muffler back on, or your straight pipe. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to ask me in the comments. Thanks.